Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Life of a Boss, the podcast. I am your host, Jason Hardin, and I am extremely grateful and happy to be here. Today is all about a boss mindset. What is a boss mindset? How does it help you? What does it mean to think like a boss? Seriously, what does it mean to you to think like a boss? I'm about to tell you what it means to me and how it dictates how I move and how it dictates my success. You know what I'm saying? The way the thought process is what keeps me ahead in the game, as it were. You know what I'm saying? It's what allows me to see what I see in anything I'm looking at. It allows me to see opportunity. It allows me to see possibilities. It's in my imagination. It's in how I talk to people. It's in how I walk. You know, what is that boss mindset? What is it? And how does it help you be successful? And that's all I want to talk about today, because the name of the show is Life of a Boss. You know, it's not just an employer. Your employer can be your boss, but whoever your employer is might not even be a boss. You know what I'm saying? They could just be somebody at work and not really an entrepreneur, not really a go-getter, not really a pillar in their community. Just I don't know, living that unfulfilled life. You know, because a boss could also be the janitor at your job. You know what I'm saying? He works a 9 to 5 and he gets his money, but when he gets his money, he has a side business. He has dreams he's fulfilling at this very moment. Every time you don't see him at work, he is living it up. He enjoys his job because he's living it up when he's not there. He's a boss. Can't tell him nothing different. He has his retirement plan, already established. He has a 401k, you know what I'm saying? Has benefits, medical, he's a boss. So it's all in what your definition of a boss is, and that even plays into having a boss mindset, even understanding what you want out of life and simplifying that to really how you're going to feel when you have it. You know, it's not about, sometimes it's like impulse shopping. Like you buy these things like, and as soon as you get it, that is gone. Like it lasts but so long. You know, so think about success that way. Like what are you gonna feel good about long term? You know, not what's gonna give you that rush right now. Like what are you really trying to accomplish? And really the boss mindset, to me, the definition of it is being able to clearly see what you're really trying to accomplish and accomplishing that by all means in regards to your focus, the sacrifices you make, the attention you give, the energy, like you put everything into that, and everything you do, every move you make is intentional, and the purpose of it is to get you closer to that. That's the boss mindset to me. It's how you move, how you think, in any way that gets you closer to where you're really trying to go and where you're really trying to be. And that's happy, and that's content, and that's joyful. And you know what I'm saying? Whatever keeps you there. Whatever you're doing that keeps you there. On top of your game, you know what I'm saying? With goals and dreams and aspirations and still living the life you want to live. Not waiting to get something, but living it now and every day and every moment, but still striving for something better and to be something better and someone better. That's a boss. And the mentality it takes to maintain that and to create that, it is the boss mindset. And I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you how to develop it. I'm going to tell you, how to maintain it once you do develop it. And hopefully you'll start applying some of these tactics and hacks into your daily practice, into your daily routine, and just see how things start changing for you. Because what being a boss is not how well we control other people and other things. It's really how well we control ourselves. How much powerful self-control can we practice? What can we command ourselves to do and be? And a boss mindset is that process put into thought and work and effort and imagination and creativity and manners and respect and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, let's start. That was a hell of an intro, but I had to give you a real definition of it because I don't want people to get it twisted. Boss, it's not that criminal mentality of how to run a criminal empire or syndicate. It is how to run a business, a corporation, and some of them may be very similar to each other. I can't deny that, but it's all about how well we control ourselves. That's what a real boss is, because someone who has great control over themselves can appear to have control over everything else in the world. I mean, you see people that everything goes right for them, and they move with this aura, and they make things happen at their will, and what they don't make happen just happens for them, but it's all intentional. It's definitely what they've made it because they put in the effort to make it that way. So the boss mindset. How do you get it? What are some steps for cultivating the boss mindset? And I would say number one, it's goal oriented, and not a goal as in a small specific goal. It's the overall goal of who you really want to be. Who do you really want to be? Who are you? Do you have that love for who you are? Do you carry yourself with that much love and self-respect? And it comes from that. You have to see yourself as the person in control of you. And how do you look at the person in control? How do you look at the president of the United States if he walked in, whoever he is? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter who he is. Probably not even a good guy. You know what I'm saying? But he has that title, and he has that arm, and he has that control. How do you look at somebody with that much control? How do you look at Michael Jackson, or Michael Jordan, or any of these people that we give so much control to and have so much influence and power and money? How do you look at them? Look at yourself like that, because you have all the control over you that there possibly can be. over your mind, over your actions, over your choices, over everything you do. You have complete control over that. So wouldn't you look at you in awe, in respect, and admiration, and adoration, and love, and like, wow. Look at this powerful being. I am at that motherfucker's mercy. Whatever they ask of me, I must do. And then ask the most of yourself. Tell yourself to act better, act right, act, go get it. Put more work in, work hard. You know what I'm saying? Ask the most, and then enjoy yourself and eat the fruits of your labor and all. You know what I'm saying? That's how you command yourself. That's how much control you have over yourself. You can't even say no. Once you say you have to, and once you do it, you can't even say no. You're doing it. You can't even deny yourself from what you really tell yourself to do. So having goals is where it starts. What do you want? Who do you want to be? Because a boss got to have some goal. A boss got to have some direction. It's like captain of a ship. Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't care where we go, but where are we going? I'll get us there. Where are we going? So you need a destination. You have to have something you want to be. And there's no dream too big or too small. You can want to be the janitor. If that's what you, man, I'm not even joking. I'm not even laughing when I say it. If that's what you want to be it. And then with all that extra time, be whatever the hell you want it to be on top of being that janitor. Like whatever joy that was supposed to bring you, enjoy it. But if you want to be president, if you want to be captain, if you want to be a Jordan or somebody that you respect, and you want to be just like them and do what they do, but better, it's a choice. Do it. Do it. Tell yourself that that's what it is we're doing. And step 2. Of cultivating that boss mindset is understand that everything matters. There's no one choice, one decision, one direction you choose to take that isn't within consideration of having the boss mentality applied to it. Everything matters. There isn't anything that doesn't matter. It all matters. When you're a boss and thinking like one, and in that, I mean, everything from where you sit in the room to who you choose to shake hands with, to who you choose to meet, to what I order from a restaurant, to where we go on vacation, to what you know what I'm saying? Everything is in play. Everything matters. Everything, every decision. I mean, there has to be a reason for it. Never just because. Even if it's just because I want the experience and I think it'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? And I want to write about it. I want to enrich my life. Whatever. Even the just because shit. There's a reason why we do it. Everything matters. So as a boss, understand everything matters. To develop and cultivate that mentality, to have it ingrained in your DNA. You can reprogram yourself to be what you want. And that's the whole point of personal development. You're building who you want to be. From the ground up, you're giving yourself manners, respect, confidence, resilience, strength. You're giving yourself these attributes. But they come from somewhere, and they come from understanding. They come from your mind. They come from the mentality that you're building as well, because that's where it starts. Can't build your health until you build a reason why it's important to be healthy, or why I want to. There has to be a why. There has to be a program. You have to program yourself. We're doing this now. And that's what command is. You gotta command yourself, and you have to see yourself with that much power. You have to understand that success starts and ends and everything between with you and how you think and what you want to do in life. Like, you are that powerful. You are that much in control. You are in absolute control over you, and no one else can have that, any piece of it, unless you give it to them. Any piece of control someone has or something has over you is you giving it to them willingly. So understand that everything matters. So when you're making your decisions, each and every one, weigh it. How does it get me closer to where I'm going? Closer to where I'm trying to be? Closer to who I want to be? And how I want to be seen, and how I want to be respected, and how I want to carry myself, and what I want to see when I look in the mirror. And you can be that. Number 3. Let go of negativity. Don't entertain it. Don't create it. Shut it down. Shut it down. All bullshit is beneath you. I'm bigger than this. You're bigger than this. All the drama, all the petty shit, all the shit that's not going right, you're bigger than that. And as a boss, you have to see over it, past it, whatever you got to do, but you can't react and respond to every piece of bullshit that we encounter. Why? Because number 1, well, should I say number 2? Everything matters. So when you start reacting to BS, that means BS can get a reaction out of you. Flip it and you'll see it for what it is. BS can get a reaction out of you. Do you want that? As a boss, do you think that's something to be proud of? Bullshit can get a reaction out of me. That seems pretty unbecoming of a boss. Would you say? So don't allow it. Be above it. Don't be negative. Don't think negative. Be careful. See possibilities of what could happen. You wanna think and move strategically, but But just creating negativity for no reason, out of nothing, and thinking of the worst case scenarios for no reason, don't do it. It's not worth it. Starting shit. It's not worth it. Being angry, responding tit for tat. It's not worth it. If you have a situation, handle it. If it has to be handled. But if it really doesn't matter and it doesn't stand between you and whatever you're supposed to be focused on, let it go. Let it go. Now that's how you cultivate it. How to maintain it. Constant application. The cool thing about having a boss mentality is that it always matters to have it. So there's never a time you should forget it. So anytime you remember it, it's like, oh, how can I apply it? And then it becomes a habit. How can I apply it? How can I make a better decision? That's all it is. How can I make a better decision? How can I make a decision that's going to be for what I'm trying to do? And there aren't very wrong ways to do right. So there's a bunch of shit you can do that'll put you closer to where you want to be. And if you choose any of those over something that's going to keep you either standing still or moving backwards, you know what I'm saying? It's clear. The choices are clear. And if you don't know, ask somebody. That's a bonus. Start asking other bosses. Start listening to other bosses. People that got it together. People that aren't just successful but are happy. They live world-class lives. They have integrity, respect. They teach other people how to be successful and walk with integrity and respect and self-love and confidence. They know what's important. They understand the value of different dreams and goals and different paths to follow. And they chose theirs and they're living theirs and they wish you to live yours. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people to look up to and listen to. There's a lot of people with game, but you have to apply it. Don't just listen to these folks, man. Apply what's making them successful. Apply what they're doing. Apply it. Application. If it doesn't work out, then you know it was full of shit. Then you can say, well, I'll never do that again. But if you never do nothing, then nothing will always happen. And you don't want nothing to always happen. You want something to be going on. We're living, moving bodies. We can travel across the world. We can do more than animals and plants in regards to traveling and experiencing and doing different shit in different environments. We're meant to experience. But we have to understand that. We have to think like we understand that. We have to have that mentality. We have to keep that mindset. And it can't turn off. Once you develop it, it just doesn't turn off. So it's not something you're gonna have to keep working hard to do. It's only hard in the beginning if you ain't never thought like a boss before. If you ain't never tried to make better decisions for yourself. If you ain't never cared about then it's hard. Then it can be a little challenging. But if you always cared about yourself, if you always had respect for yourself and others, and if you always, wanted what's right for you, and knew what you wanted to do, the shit becomes easy. The shit, man, you can adapt to it quicker than anything. You could already be thinking and moving like a boss and not know it. Just once you understand it, then you know that you can be more intentional and unapologetic in how you're moving. Because not everybody can get along with a boss. Not everybody wants to see somebody that makes themselves look like less, and that's because they don't see themselves as a boss. So of course they're intimidated by anybody else with some self-confidence. So you might get some haters. You might get some people that don't like you anymore. Your friends ain't gonna make it with you if they ain't really your friends. Same thing with family and relatives and so forth. So once you start understanding better and thinking better and really moving like a boss, man, expect some changes around you. But also expect things to get better for you. Because the peaks of anything, they're not just as flat or as wide as what's on the bottom. You know, it's like, it's only room for so many. At the height of progress and potential and success, there's only room for so many. You lose so many. You lose so many on the way up. You lose so many doing better. You lose so many being a good person, being sober, being happy, being hardworking, being ethical, being respect. You know, you lose so many striving to be better. But nonetheless, that should make you want to not be better. So keep these things in practice. Keep. There's never not a time to not think like a boss. There's never a time to not start and keep and practice the boss mentality. And things will start happening for you. You feel me? Anyway, man, that's my time. I think I spent a little more time on this than I planned to, but man, I really want you to understand that, man, it's all in the mind. Everything around me has been created from my imagination. I'm looking around now, and it's like if I didn't think of this stuff, like I wouldn't be seeing it. So many things to create with and play with and enjoy and use to do more shit is within my it's in my hands right now. And it came from how I think. It didn't come from what I do. It didn't come from what I started with. It didn't come from what I have. It didn't come from... It came from how I think. And I want you to live that same life. I want you to look around and see everything you ever wanted, and it'll come from how you think. It'll come from how you choose, how you decide, how you figure out. It'll come from your thought process, what you allow to get into your head, what you allow and don't allow to throw you off your game. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's where it starts and ends. Upstairs. So develop the boss mindset first, and everything else will start making sense. This show, the things I say, the things you see out in the real world and that successful and unsuccessful people are doing. You'll start saying why some people just ain't gotten it and got it and ain't never gonna get it. All right. Anyway, man, that's my show for today. I love y'all, man. Check out the website if you haven't yet, lifeofaboss.net, man. And if you want more exclusive content, become a premium subscriber for as low as $3 a month. You can get all access to everything we release and special offers as well. Special invites and deals and gifts and free products and free game. You know, we love to shoot it to you first. So, yeah, support the show any way you can. Like, subscribe, review, share. whenever possible. And remember that success is indeed a lifestyle. I love y'all. Peace.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And never forget that success is a lifestyle.